Hello mini adventurers, and welcome to a Mini Adventures Co tutorial. Today we are going to look at how you can wallpaper your dollhouse. So let's get started. You have lots of fun options of what you can use for wallpaper or flooring or backsplashes. So just some of the options I have out here to show you, like Moroccan tile paper. This is something that you can download in my shop and print out at home. So there are all sorts of Etsy shops that sell dollhouse wallpaper. So just go search and check it out. You'll find just about anything you want. You can do different scrapbook papers or even wrapping paper. Some of the ones I pulled out to show you. I love this one because it's an embossed paper, so it has like a 3D pearly effect. And then this one has some gold to it that actually kind of shimmers a little bit, so something that you couldn't just print off. Lots of fun colors and patterns. Anything that you can do nature-wise, so you have lots of fun options scrapbook-wise. If you check out any Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's, you can get lots of scrapbook options. Here's what you need. You need some of whatever wallpaper you're going to be using. Today I'm going to be doing the Moroccan tile that you can find in my shop as a download, so I've just printed out 2 sheets. You'll need some sort of a tape measure so you can measure exactly how much you're going to need. A lot of the times you can just put the paper into your surface and measure it out that way. I'm going to be wallpapering the back wall of this room box, so I only needed 2 sheets. You'll need scissors for cutting your wallpaper to fit. And then I actually use double-sided tape to add my wallpaper. So let me talk about this for a second. Probably any other miniaturist would laugh at this. Most of them use like Mod Podge and or a glue that you can smear all across the back of the wallpaper. Anytime I've tried using Mod Podge, I end up with like wrinkles in my paper. So I actually don't like to use it very often. I prefer the double-sided tape. It sticks and holds really well. I glue things on top of it like open shelving. And a key thing to remember with dollhouses is that you're usually not supporting a ton of weight. So it's okay to use something like tape. And then if you're like me and you like rearranging your dollhouses and changing them up, it's still easy to remove it with the double-sided tape. Whereas with the Mod Podge, it's going to leave behind pieces of the paper. So double-sided tape is how I add my wallpaper. Because this is paper I've printed, I have some margins around the side. So first thing I'm going to do is use my scissors to trim off the edges. If you have scrapbook paper, you won't have to do this because they can run the scrapbook paper all the way to the edge of the paper. So let me get this paper trimmed up really quick. I'm going to start with the height of my room box. It's 9.5 inches. So I'm going to get both of my sheets cut to 9.5 inches, and then I'll be able to apply it. Now that I have my wallpaper cut, it's time to install the first sheet. So checking to make sure it fits, and I'm going to turn it upside down and add the double-sided tape. You want to be pretty generous with the tape, like you don't just do a couple pieces. Like I do all around the perimeter and then several in the middle. So don't skip on the double-sided tape. All right, let's get the first piece installed. I'm going to line it up on the floor and push it into the corner, and then start at the bottom and press my way up, going through and working out any air bubbles that might get in and just smoothing the paper out. There we go, first piece attached. So now for attaching the second piece, I'm working with a pattern that is fairly easy for me to overlap. So if I just go and put it in like this, you can see the pattern doesn't line up right here. So what I'm going to do is come toward the edge and find where my pattern can overlap and line up, which is right about there. So I'm going to measure from that seam to the edge of my box, and then I'm going to cut off that portion of the paper so I can get that installed. Alright, I've checked to make sure after I made my cut that my second piece lines up. So now it's time to add the double-sided tape to the back. Tape is on, it's ready to install. So I'm going to focus on lining up at my seam and checking all the way up the seam and then making any adjustments that I need to. And then once I have that, I'm going to set it along the seam first and then push it against the wall along the side. Here is my finished wallpaper. I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never miss a miniature tutorial. Thanks for watching.